Marcus from Global Boxing. We're here at the Warrington v Lara Rematch press conference. With me is the main man, Hagan. Sean, how are you doing?
I'm fit as fuck today as it goes. ready for Saturday. I've been carving up for Saturday, but we're alright.
Well, we just saw the two lads face off. How do you think Warrington's looking now coming into this rematch?
It's in fantastic condition. There were a number of factors last time. We won't go over them because I'm sick of going over them.
Yeah.
We've got to deal with what's in front of us on Saturday night. But we're very, very confident that everything will be put right come Saturday.
It was like when AJ fought Ruiz, he went into the first fight with that mindset of let's have a scrap, quick, get it done with, and then the second fight he kind of went into that boxer slash, he had that spike with him. Do you think Warrington's going to kind of adapt that style going into that rematch?
Well, at this stage, we don't want to put anything out that people are going to pick up on. But as you know, he can box on back foot, he can fight inside, he can be clever, he can be rough. So whatever I think as a fighter, you've got to be durable. And that's what we'll be, is whatever he brings, then we'll adapt to that.
Yesterday was the workouts. How do you think Lara's looking now and coming into this rematch?
I think he looks in fantastic condition. I do. I think he usually boxes at super feather. Don't know how it affects him boxing at feather. It certainly didn't do him any harm last time. He looks in good condition, yeah. So we've nothing bad to say about him, nothing derogatory. He did a job last time. Fair play to him. But like I say, Saturday night is redemption.
You've obviously got your sights set on Lara, obviously, but we've also seen Kid Galahad and Leigh put in some decent performances. First of all, what did you make of their performances?
I thought Leigh Wood's performance was fantastic. I thought Galahad again, bearing in mind he shouldn't have been boxing for a world title. He didn't take it off anybody. It was gifted. That at best was a very, it was just a domestic fight, wasn't it? Take the IBF out equation. I mean, which organisation will firstly let a drugs cheat fight for the world title? Secondly, when he gets beat, fair and square, by judges, regardless of my opinion, your opinions, anybody else's, he got beat. He went screaming and crying. The IBF then reinstated him as the #1 mandatory after he'd been beat. What organisation does that? Bear in mind, he shouldn't be in a British ring anyway. Drugs cheat. See it all the time. They cheapened that belt. And for that very reason, IBF belt means absolutely nothing to us. He's still shouting about it. He's not happy because he's been beat, and he knows he's been beat. He's still shouting our name now, saying if he boxed us again, he'd put him on a stretcher. Listen, he couldn't put anybody on a stretcher if he were a funeral director. Let's get it right. He went into that last fight with Jazza, standing on feet again, referee, very, very relaxed, I thought. He didn't pull him up on it until the very, very end rounds. I just don't even, I'm getting bored talking about him now, to be honest with you. I think Leigh Wood, in comparison, had a very, very good night. Talented fighter. I think, again, with Leigh Wood, he didn't fight the Kanzel that we know. I mean, nowhere near the Kanzel that we know were in that ring. But take nothing away from Leigh, very, very good fighter, and I do like Leigh.
What do you think happened to Kanzu? He seemed to be. He's not.
I don't know. It's like people could say, you know, everybody's going to have the tail, everybody's going to have excuses. But when you climb between them ropes, it doesn't matter. All of them get left out. And you declared yourself fit to fight. But there was something not right, obviously. Same as James Tennyson with Straffon. This Straffon now thinks on Saturday night with Maxie Hills. He thinks he's superhuman. But again, there'll have been something there. Because I know James Tennyson personally, there'll have been something that weren't quite right. Yeah. Same as the one with Josh. So we've got Josh, Kanzu, we've had AJ, we've had Tennyson. You know, these are 4 very, very highly rated world level fighters. And it's all been turned upside down for them. But like I say, all you can do is you keep climbing and you do your best, don't you? But Saturday night, I think you'll see the proper fight.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Maxie Hughes. He's obviously got a very good fight against Straffon. I mean, what do you think Hughes has to do? Because Straffon's obviously the power puncher going in. That's what people are thinking. Do you think Hughes just has to be on his toes, moving around?
No, listen, don't be fooled in thinking Max is going to run and run all night. You know what I mean? Max Hills can stand and trade with you, he can be evasive, he can come forward, he can box you, he can be orthodox, he can be unorthodox. Max has got so many weapons in his armoury that I think Staffon's in for a very, very rude awakening Saturday night.
Like Eddie said up there at the press conference, it would be such a Cinderella story for Max Hughes. I mean, coming off that John O'Carroll with no one even expected to do that. So how happy will you see him to win this title and, you know, move on to bigger and better things?
Well, yeah, I mean, it'll put him in, he said number 10, isn't it? He's already ranked in number 10, is Maxie. But right across the board there, I think it puts him right in that mix there with your Haney's and your Lopez's and everybody else. So it's kind of a must-win fight for Maxie, you know, and a must-win fight for Joshua. But some lads there, the careers are balancing on the outcome of Saturday night, but you'll see Saturday it'll come good.
You've obviously got your own fighters on this card, but besides that, what other fights are you looking forward to on this card? Because it is stacked as you can get.
To be honest with you, I'm looking forward to Conor Benn and Granados. I'm looking forward to Katie Taylor. I think everybody likes watching Ebony Bridges from what I've just seen in there. And you know, it's just a fantastic bill. Even your undercard fighters, even your debutants, you know, it's an absolutely fantastic bill. You'll have to go a long way to see a bill better than this. Really will.
Just moving on to some other topics, a lot of people are now talking about Manny Pacquiao now because he obviously had that shock defeat to Ugas. I mean, what did you first of all think of Ugas' performance against Pacquiao?
I've not even watched it. I'll be honest with you, I've not even watched it. I've been that wrapped up in getting his own game plans ready and fight strategies, one thing and another, that I've not even watched it. But then again, you know, straight away they'll all be saying he's over ill, is this, is that. They forget about the dozens and dozens of wins and fantastic performances that he's had. So, you know, we'll see. I'll have a look at all that when I'm bored after we've got Saturday out of the way.
Okay, Sean, best of luck, but before you end it off, do you want to let the camera know some of your up-and-coming talent from your gym, what they should look out for?
No, I'm keeping them all surprised. I'm keeping them all under wraps, they're all under there. I will let them go when we need to let them go.
Alright, Sean, best of luck on Saturday night.
Thank you, anytime.